everyone, and welcome today to an episode of TC Eckstein Cafe TV. Today, what I'm bringing to you especially is talking about our upcoming Heartwalk, which will be taking place in Stanley Park in Westfield, Massachusetts on May 13th. That's a Saturday, and I'm hoping you all can come out and be a part of it. There's usually some great festivities going on, and the park is filled with lots of beauty, lots of people. There's food there. They will be having t-shirts for sale, but the t-shirts that are through the American Heart Association, you have to make a significant amount of your donation. In order to participate, we try to get people to raise money, because it's a fundraiser for the American Heart Association, and money goes towards researching and to send off legislation and get our state representatives and president and officials all across the United States to hear our voices and plead with us to help put into place bills that will provide our children the safety net of, say, for instance, CPR accessibility, AED accessibility, which is resuscitation, defibrillators in school, nutritious programs, and also we fight for the Affordable Act program, the Obamacare program. They formerly called it the Obama program, but we're fighting to keep that going so people do not lose their benefits. They're able to acquire on a regular basis their medication that they so desperately need on a monthly basis to maintain their health care. And also for rehabilitation care, for surgeries, for more research and finding ways to combat and beat the fight of heart disease and stroke. So your participation in the Heart Walk is greatly desired. I myself am a survivor of heart disease, and that is why I'm a huge spokeswoman and advocate. So I'm going to bring you over to the board here, where I have formed Team TC Cafe TV. That's the team of the people I am gathering from my own personal team. We have a Heart Walk page, which is on the American Heart Association page. If you Google my name, TC Eckstein, or Team Cafe TC TV, you should be able to link right into the link that you can go on, and you can send a donation in by mail. But to participate in the Heart Walk, I need you to contact me, and the email should be going by right now: TC Eckstein cafe@gmail.com. Hit me up and let me know you'd like to be involved. I'm going to get sponsor cards sent to me. Sponsor cards are these envelope kind of folders that when you open them out, I should have brought one today, but the ones I have are from 2016, so I need the 2017 ones delivered to me. So the 2017 ones will say at the top, a place for your name, the company you're from, and then you can get different people to sponsor you and write out a donation, a check, or a money order addressed to the American Heart Association, and whatever amount they want, from $5 up is fine. And there's a pocket inside this tri-folder sponsor sheet, and everybody that gives you a donated amount, you slip it into the pocket sheet, and you bring it with you the day of the walk and turn it in. If you raise at least, I think it's $100, and you get one of the American Heart Association t-shirts. I'm going to try to get just a group of our own t-shirts that say Team TC Cafe and put a big heart on it, because not everybody will be able to raise $100, and I want to identify our team as who we are. So I really would love for you to be on board with us and support the American Heart Association in this effort to be a fundraising project to help in the struggle against heart disease, stroke, etc. If you have family members or lost a loved one, or are very passionate, and you yourself are combating heart disease but are able to participate in the walk, please, I urge you to sign up with us and be a part of the walk. The walk also, just to let you know, you can walk as much as you can. You are not forced to complete the entire 5 mile. It's a 5-mile walk. But you can do the 1 mile, you can do 2 mile, you can do 3 mile, you can do up to the 5 mile max. But you're not forced to, of course not, do above and beyond. I myself have been working out and lost weight, and I've been doing the 3-mile walk at home with the video of Leslie Sanson's American Heart Association 3-mile walking. And that video, I got it from YouTube, but a lot of people go out and buy it. And I watch it on YouTube, and I memorized it, so I work out at home in the living room with YouTube, with Leslie Sanson's 3-mile walk. So I'm prepared to be able to at least do 3 miles. I mean, I don't want to push myself too far because, like I said, I am a survivor of heart disease, and I'm not going to go overboard, faint, pass out, or anything like that. God forbid, we don't want anything like that happening. So anyway, over here on the board, we have the Heartwalk listing information. 2017 Western Mass Heartwalk and Run. Now, I'm not running, I'm walking. Stanley Park, 400 Western Avenue in West Springfield, Massachusetts. The road is from Route 20 West Springfield, and if you know where Westfield College is, it's across the street kind of from there. Stanley Park, it's a beautiful, beautiful park. It has a duck pond, it has beautiful scenery, it has playgrounds for children, picnic areas, etc. And lots of nice walking ground with flowering and the gardens out there and everything. It's very beautiful there. I go there a lot to just sit and write on the benches and reflect and just be one with God and with myself for peacetime. Anyway, Stanley Park is great. So I'm very glad that it's also at this location, because usually they've had it at Look Park in Northampton, and Look Park is nice, but Look Park is kind of far, and not everybody can get out to Look Park. And not only that, but there was one year we threw a birthday party for my daughter, and a big old bear came running out. And everybody grabbed everything off the table and ran for the cars with the kids under our arms like the Flintstones, like Pebbles and Bam Bam. But anyway, the park officials said that they were harmless, but I don't know about you, but some big old bear come charging because they smell food at my picnic table. I'm out of here. I'm not taking a chance to find out if they're harmless. So I don't know if they've had any, I doubt if they've had any incidences since then, and I've never heard of them attacking anybody, but still I've been kind of leery of Look Park, even though it's a very beautiful, nice park, and they have a sprinkler system too for the kids, so you could make it an all-day event. But it's not there this year. It's at Stanley Park once again. So registration is 9 a.m. Walk and run starts at 10 a.m. and the 3-mile walk and 5K, rain or shine, they still do it. So if it's gonna rain, possibly make sure you have your gear where you're covered up and you have a hood and you have a little raincoat. I know most people don't want to carry an umbrella when they're walking or running, but if it happens to look like a gloomy, rainy day, I'm going to be bundled up, probably have an umbrella for myself. I'd rather an umbrella than a hood. So for runners, the adults are $35 and 16 and under are $25. It includes the event t-shirt and post-event entertainment and activities. Walkers, no fundraising minimum is required or a registration fee. To pre-register, contact tracy.heath that's tracy.heath, Heath, at heart.org or 413-262-3223. Now I'm going to have those numbers and everything scrolling by for you for that information. So would you rather walk? If you would rather walk and you're looking for teams to fundraise and walk, go to www.westernmassheartwalk.org. Okay? But like I said, if you want to be on Team TC Cafe TV's Heartwalk team, hit me up at tcecksteincafe@gmail.com. Tanya Eckstein Cafe at gmail.com. Welcome everyone to TC Eckstein Cafe Chat episode. It is March 30th today, 2017, and it's just TC and Mufasa RKG kicking back, and we're just going to be talking about upcoming things happening with the shows and the ustream shows and other happenings that are going to be coming up with summer vastly approaching now that it's spring here. Things are going to start happening rapidly, so hang on and just tune in and don't change that dial or don't use your mouse right now. Just stay put. We've got some stuff we're going to talk about. So first and foremost, we've been chatting about a new edition show that's been added to the ustream format, and that show is called Sign of the Times, Wake Up. And that show kind of touches base on, I don't want to say conspiracy theories, because a lot of conspiracy theories today have been proven to be true. You know, like a lot of things people have said in the past, oh, those are just conspiracy theories. Those are people just, you know, bugging and stuff like that. But the ones that I'm going to present to you on there, I leave it up to you to decide. But the information will be there. For instance, this issue right now, I did put on the Sign of the Times show some footage about the missing girls in DC right now. And then it ties into celebrities all making those satanic hand gestures and all this talk about Illuminati and stuff. I mean, we've all been hearing about it, but this kind of goes in depth to talking about that. And it also...
Over.
Huh?
Over.
Did you just make that sign? Don't be making that sign.
Rockefeller, shout out to Jay-Z.
Hey, he passed away. Rockefeller died, you know.
The real Rockefeller.
Yeah. David Rockefeller.
That's a huge family. He's not really dead.
No, he did. He did.
Not the family, though. The family's in the trillions.
It don't matter. That's the man right there that was like top one. And this was his third heart transplant. Can you believe that? Third heart transplant.
You can do whatever you want.
I mean, and he didn't survive, and it's like, well, hello, how many you think you could have?
He's notorious for having some of the most expensive paintings on the planet.
Oh, really?
That's never been seen out to the public. He's bought at private auctions, and they're only at the Rockefeller's house. If you were introduced into the mansions or one of the family houses, you would see rare paintings from like what's some of the...
You mean like the Da Vinci stuff? And
no, a little bit more...
The
probably something like Van Gogh. There's definitely a Van Gogh in this house that's never been released.
Well, you would know that because you all in the
BBC. Yeah, watch a lot of BBC. But, you know, a family like that, I'm surprised he's still not alive. Especially, you know what I mean?
I'm not surprised. I mean, the man was...
Kind of guy,
was,
you know, he could freeze
90,
himself.
Or I heard he was 100. 101, or he was 90. He was old.
He was over 100.
But, you know, the show brings to light, and it shows you actual news clippings and speeches by presidents and people like Rockefeller where they outright blatantly say they are proud to be the elite and proud to be part of Illuminati or proud to be part of this new world order, and they're describing exactly what it's going to be. There's footage on there that proves there's FEMA camps being made, and that Walmart is being converted to Wall Marshall. What is that? The martial law they've been talking about? That they're converting the Walmarts into facilities to house corrections. They've been putting barbed wire fences. I mean, this has been going on in Texas and certain states. It hasn't happened up here yet.
You said with FEMA, right?
FEMA is head of it, Homeland Security.
Yeah, I seen some of it. There was a show we were watching. It was a guy who was going into private areas where they're unannounced. They're not in the direct.
Yeah.
To find them, and they were, not open to the public. And he was trying to go in there, and what he thinks is they're having modern day concentration camps in America right now for the lesser of the poor, preparing for a great devastation.
Something coming.
Something we don't know about, but they're planning something, and I think they're. It could be biochemical, it could be something in the food, it could be something simpler as the weather change, but they're planning for something, because they have a bunch of new caskets now, because caskets, as we know,
you saw those? They look like big
garbage
plants.
tins.
They look like...
Well, what it is every casket can hold 3 people.
Right,
so they're gonna stack bodies on top of each other.
They show a guy that gets in one.
And they were asking, why was this even here for? And they were like, oh, just for pre-precautions.
Right.
Next day, it wasn't there no more. You know what I mean? So
they're still there. They put them back.
They
got them in Virginia or somewhere.
So we must have seen the same program.
Yeah.
It was just weird,
And it talks about that on this show, Signs of the Times. And the show is not to freak you out and scare you. It's just to make you aware of things that are going on. And they're trying to keep it hush-hush, but it's leaking out. And, I'm not into this UFO alien kind of stuff, but... there is something going on, and people need to prepare. I mean, there's talk about our food and our water being poisoned, the contamination that's happened with the water supply in Flint, Michigan is not just there. It's turning up everywhere. I mean, even Springfield just found out that their water has been put fluoride and all that stuff in it. Mm-hmm. And if you really research what the fluoride is that they're putting in there, it's a toxic chemical that is not necessary to be in our water. So it's just a show that brings to light some of these things, and you be the judge. I'm not going to say, I'll say like this. The show presents itself, the material for you to review and check out. It's not meant for you to comment back on. I mean, it's your own opinion. Some of them come from people that are right on the ballpark. I do my best to research and find out the stuff that is definitely proof behind it. And if some of it looks like wacko stuff, I don't put it on the show. But it's not meant for people to do a commentary or argue with you or anything like that. It's meant for you to just check it out. I don't want to create hysteria and panic. I just want people to be aware of these things going on, because a lot of people are really kept in the dark. A lot of us watch television and don't realize there's an issue going on right now of mind control through television, through music, and that it's been going on for decades. They say it even began with the thing that happened with the Jonestown massacre. You remember Jim Jones when he killed all those people in Guyana with the Kool-Aid? Remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
That he was hired by the CIA, and it was an experiment. And he had mind control over all those people.
Is that the same guy we're talking about, that they were gonna go get him, and then before they could go get him, he killed him and all his followers?
Yeah.
They actually have a live video of it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it also,
I wouldn't advise watching it. If you can stomach it, you can watch it.
It's pretty.
It's pretty explicit.
Because there's dead babies with their.
But you just just to see someone drop to the floor and cry in agony. Mm-hmm.
And this man,
the power influence he had on him. I wouldn't say that was probably a significance of mind control. I just think
it was. They definitely.
I think it was the ability
verified.
of persuasion.
See, you gotta watch the show because it's brand new, and it's the very last video on there before the music show comes on, jazz, neo soul, other genres. But the very last video I put on there is the Jim Jones MK Ultra. That's what mind control, the program elicited by the CIA way back when, was initiated by the CIA. It's been around for quite some time, and it all ties in to the Freemasons and all this talk you're hearing about secret societies and organizations. You better wake up, people. That's what the show is about. Wake up. It's really happening. It's really going on. There's a new world order. The presidents have been saying it live on television. If you Google it all, you will see video footage of them saying we are heading towards a new world order, and you need to research that and find out exactly what they mean by that, because change is coming. And it's just a heads up. It's a show that reveals some stuff, and from month to month we're going to change the footage on there and introduce different things. But I decided to, you know, shorten some of the TC Eckstein Cafe episodes and add that in there, because I thought it was very interesting to me, being with all, you know, these times that we're in right now and all the things going on. So what do you think of that? Do you think it's like just a crazy show to put on there?
I think it's good for the exclusive minded. I know a couple people I chat with or just talk about just like the ability to have these type of sources to them, you know. So
Yeah.
I know my friend, you know, he works third shift and he has a security guard. That's nothing but what he does is look up conspiracy theories, related articles and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's more appropriate in the matter, you know, for people that's really open minded.
Yeah.
It'd be a great programming block for them.
And see, me personally, I don't really get into the regular TV thing anymore, because I find it to be repetitious, and I see that TV's gone in a direction that's so different than when I was.
Well, it's all about reality shows now.
Reality shows.
I don't, you know, like I have
also,
cable, but you know, actually it's not even cable. It's just like certain channels, you know. But yeah, like I don't watch television.
It also seems like it's horror movies year round, horror shows. You know, stuff that has to do with vampires and
well, the
there's
80s,
even a show called Lucifer. What's up with that? Yeah. I'm like, whoa, what is that? And you know, it's like a down dumbing of our society to accept, you know. And now
I think it's just America alone. Like you have the ability to be wherever you want, believe in whatever you want. So that's just very open minded with things. Like the Power Rangers.
But that's the satanic point.
The new Power Rangers movie that came out. This is the first film.
Did you watch it?
First kids film that introduces lesbian gay rights. You know.
No offense, people, but
and
you know.
I think one of the superheroes is autistic. You know, I thought that was great. I thought it was dope. You know, someone like me could understand something like that. And I think that was dope, seeing something like that, being an action superhero kids look up to when he's autistic. You know, that opens up a related group. But the other group too is, you know, I guess. I mean, I can see if the show was done by Nickelodeon. But you know, for Power Rangers, something that was just so kid related, to introduce that, you know, that would throw a debate of tension. You know, maybe some families are not ready for the children to be open to that, no matter what the circumstances are. You know, so there is a little breach there, but like I said, it's just a movie. You can't take everything too literal. I heard it was a great film. I have not seen it yet.
Well, see, that's the thing. The whole thing about Sign of the Times and that show is to bring to light that everything people say is just a movie. Don't take it too literal.
Yeah.
When they're actually sending messages through these types of films.
They're sending deliberate messages.
Deliberate messages.
At my age, I'm well to know what messages are sent to me, and I have the ability to whether or not I'm going to receive those messages through. You know.
Yeah, but
someone that's a little bit younger, narrow-minded, it gives them more of an ability to be open.
Right. Like think about this film recently. Everyone's made a big stink about Get Out with the black youth, and he's with the white.
I heard that was a good film though. That was a Shaman
film. It's a good film, but it's kind of creepy, and it's based on mind control too.
It is based on mind control.
It's mind control, but it's also it's freaky.
So what I heard is about house slaves, and they like being house slaves, but they're being controlled by the family.
Right, and the girlfriend, she kind of like leads the lamb to slaughter. She brings her boyfriend there, and he's set up, and the mother does hypnosis on him, and the whole weekend that boy is running for his life. It's crazy, but I mean, you know, it's created a lot of controversy in the fact that, you know, the way she set him up, and I don't know, I watched it and I just said to myself, it doesn't matter what color he is, it could be anybody. Yeah. That could be exposed to that. People don't realize this hypnosis and MK Ultra stuff is really going on.
Usually with that film director, he always has an underlying meaning to all his movies. Yeah, there's something they're supposed to be learned from.
Is it a Shyamalan or whatever his name?
I believe so.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. That's how
it is. But I mean, Disney movies too. They're discovering, and that's one of them. I'm a
little biased with this. It's actually a pornographic company that when now kids films is questionable to me. A lot of people don't know that. Some people do take it as a joke. Yeah. You understand that Disney at one time, Walt Disney was a pornographic film director.
They saying now a lot of pedophilia is involved.
Well, there was always subliminal messages, and that was because a lot of the people that, you know, the company still worked for the company transitioning through. so maybe a lot of them were complete with the pay or things like that. Different altercations came abrupt. This led into being a lot of subliminal messaging and propaganda in the films, especially one of the most notorious ones was the one with the Little Mermaid. The first edition that ever came out, they had to redraw that back from the stories because of the way that depicted the castles, and it wasn't right in nature. So it kind of like spooked the audience. The illustrator had to go back, redone it, said it was harmless and wasn't meant to be looked like that, but just the actions that followed through after that and after that. I think most of the messages came out great between the years to the 60s and the 70s. Kind of slowed down. It picked back up in the 90s a little bit with more of the modern times in the shows. Are they real? Are they there? The mistakes? Probably, but it's just weird for it to have more than one same company. Now, this company is also known for going through other business lawsuits as well, too. Numerous of them, so with Walt Disney. A lot of them has to do with a lot of the staff that works there. You don't know what goes behind walls of the business. Probably a lot of things that don't, you know.
Yeah. But you know what? We let me just take it here for 1 second. We don't want you all to think that we're absolutely nuts and we've lost our minds, because we haven't. If you do not,
it's just coffee.
If you're watching us right now and you're listening to this thinking, oh my goodness, they're conspiracy theorists and they're into all this stuff, I challenge you to do the research. Do some research on this stuff. You will actually see the footage on YouTube videos. All you gotta do is look it up. Is our food being poisoning? Type that in YouTube. Stuff will pop all up. Is Disney involved in pedophilia? Is Disney operating in pornography? Is Disney changing it and introducing homosexuality? I mean, all that stuff pops up on YouTube. It'll pop up there and you watch the videos and you be the judge. I mean, some of it people have posted on there. You can usually tell because a person will sit there, like we're sitting here right now, and they'll explain to you, well, you know, I've heard of Illuminati, blah, blah, blah. Then you're like, okay, that's some random person that just turned on their webcam and started talking about it. So you can usually tell who's really fully informed and knows what they're talking about. And you can usually decipher between someone that says, hey, I worked for the company and I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but you know, I'm letting it out because I'm not keeping the secret and my life is in danger right now. But you know, you got some people that do that too. But then you have people that are putting together the video footage that show you, and they pause the video and circle and say, look right here, you see that? And it's hidden messages, like in movies like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast.
Lion King was one of them.
Lion King, yeah.
Actually, one of the
Frozen too. There's some stuff in Frozen.
I haven't got to Frozen. I heard there was some stuff in Frozen that was kind of questionable.
Yeah.
It was drawn more to a mature audience as far as the content.
It's the subliminal stuff. It's just like the Illuminati symbol of the pyramid with the all-seeing eye popping up and everything. And that's part of mind control too. Because if you become numb to seeing these images over and over, they're doing something to you. You're accepting it as the norm because you see it all the time. Like I try not to watch shows like Empire. If I get bored, I'll watch it.
I would never watch something like that.
Empire, it makes me laugh. But I like Shots Fired too. But mainly
I don't know
watch
why. I don't have a
documentaries.
good reason why not to watch it. I'm just not into drama shows, and the depiction of that, it creates too much of
a bad image on.
No, not so much a bad image. I mean, you could say a lot of it's relatable in the sense of who music career artists is, if they were profound seriously throughout that lane. But just the way it depicts back for people of an amateurist mind and thinking of the possibilities that show creates and really diluting a lot of really what that opportunity comes from. It's really not so open-handed like that as far as that's really how it's going to go. This is how I'm going to plot my business. Is I actually have some people around me that's actually drawn their business around that show. Wow. I don't get why.
They think they're losers.
The whole lifestyle to me is kind of.
I'm Cookie. I'm the big guy.
She is pretty though.
Taraji P. Henson, that's my girl. I loved her in Baby Boy. That was my favorite.
That was funny.
She's sucking her thumb. Jody.
Yeah. That was cool. You know, but like I said, I have nothing against the show. I mean, it's just entertainment. I know, and that could go so far by saying.
But see, we're adults.
As someone that's trying to practice something to get really more in depth into the industry of music and taking myself as a character very seriously, I try not to be drawn into those things because it prohibits or proclaims a little bit more towards a drawn of a fantasy. And I really want this to be a reality for me, not something that's sat back and watched. You know.